Big Bang Theory already committed Penny's pregnancy finale crime 7 years earlier. The Big Bang Theory series finale in 2019 sparked plenty of debates, but one of its most divisive moments was Penny's surprise pregnancy reveal. For many fans, it felt like a betrayal of her established character arc, especially since Penny had clearly stated earlier in the final season that she didn't want kids. But this narrative crime wasn't committed in isolation. In fact, The Big Bang Theory had already broken the same storytelling rule years earlier, planting the seeds for this controversial moment long before the finale curtain closed. Penny's character arc was always meant to defy expectations. Penny's evolution across the show was one of the most grounded and realistic. From the aspiring actress waitress from Nebraska to a confident and successful pharmaceutical rep, Penny stood as a foil to the brilliant but socially awkward scientists around her. What made her relatable wasn't just her wit or charm, it was her normalcy. She didn't have a Ph.D., she didn't speak Klingon, and she didn't dream of theoretical physics. She lived her own truth, and that often meant carving a life path outside of traditional sitcom tropes. One of the most compelling elements of Penny's arc was her admission, after years of vague tease and gags about motherhood, that she didn't want children. This wasn't played for laughs or shock. It was delivered with maturity and finality, a sign that the show was allowing Penny to have agency over her future. That's what made the pregnancy twist so jarring. But the real narrative betrayal happened in Season 8. To understand why Penny's finale pregnancy felt so off, we need to rewind to The Big Bang Theory Season 8. In Episode 22, The Graduation Transmission, the writers already set a precedent for disregarding her development in favor of more conventional storytelling. This was the moment the show first ignored Penny's professional aspirations and started reducing her role to wife material for Leonard. During much of Season 8, Penny's new job as a pharmaceutical sales rep was positioned as a major turning point in her life. She was thriving financially and intellectually in ways audiences hadn't seen before. It was exciting. But instead of letting that be the focus, the show began nudging her toward a more domestic trajectory, subtly but insistently. In particular, Leonard and Penny's conversations increasingly revolved around their relationship milestones, not her growth. Leonard, though supportive, never truly understood the depth of Penny's ambitions. And rather than exploring the tension between a rising career woman and a partner uncomfortable with the power shift, the show defaulted to safer territory, wedding planning, future babies, and sitcom banter. By the time the series hit Season 9, it was clear the writers were walking back Penny's independence. Her job became less visible, her dreams more muted, and the old Penny, messy, fun, resistant to conformity, was slowly replaced by someone more digestible to traditional TV norms. Season 10 doubled down on the crime. Season 10's episode, The Property Division Collision, is another example of this narrative backpedal. When Leonard and Penny argue about the possibility of having children, the discussion ends not with mutual understanding, but with a punchline. Leonard assumes Penny will come around eventually, and the show doesn't challenge that assumption. It's a classic sitcom move. A woman says she doesn't want something, but the man in the show bets on her changing her mind. This moment set a troubling precedent. Penny's views about motherhood were treated as temporary, even cute. This wasn't just a disservice to her character. It echoed outdated gender stereotypes. The idea that a woman's desire to remain child-free is just a phase is not only tone-deaf, but also dismissive of real-life choices made by millions of women, many of whom saw themselves in Penny. The finale didn't surprise. It completed a pattern. By the time The Big Bang Theory aired its final episode, Penny's pregnancy reveal didn't come out of nowhere. It came at the end of a long line of narrative compromises. The writers had been softening her edges for seasons. Her independence had already been undermined. Her voice had already been muted. The finale simply finished what